Namaste. Hi. Too much information and study could hurt us. And then sometimes we utilize the knowledge power in justifying our own inabilities to overcome and rise above our issues, our weaknesses. For example, laziness, heaviness. And then worse is, since we are equipped, we're too versed with the jargons and the theoretical knowledge, this could be misinterpreted and we pass the information to others. And this will lead to a never-ending cycle of half-baked truth. Yoga is a practical discipline, especially Hatha Yoga. It's not meant to be studied through text or through reading or through study. It has to be learned the hard way, on the mat, off the mat. Yes, reading classical texts help us, but for me, they should happen at the end, when you already develop the essence of the practice. Because when you read, the meaning is entirely different. The words are never enough to describe the actual sensations. For example, energy. There's so much attention to the prana. Yes, prana is there, it's the life-giving force, but it's not capable of giving life. Ironic, right? Prana on its own is nothing. Yeah. It's lonely. So for the prana to become like the force in the presence of God, something has to give life to this non-reacting force. And that's us. And then when we talk about us, it's the energy we produce, and we have to produce this energy higher than what the body needs so we can feel the higher presence of the prana. So what is the energy needed? It's the apana. Yeah. They're actually just one energy, assuming different characters, different identities. Okay. So when I say God, I don't mean God in the religious dogma. When I say God, it's actually the force I feel higher than what I need to live, because I learned the skill of cultivating that higher potentials. So when I say God, it's as present and as clear as you are seeing, looking at me, listening to me. It's as clear and it's as present as your hands rub your skin. It's as present as your eyes see the object in front of you. That's how present God is as a universal force. Okay. Another aspect is this. Okay. Bandhas. Okay. Especially in this time of too much information, just one click and then a chart could be presented to you in its entire completeness and beauty with all the drawings and the illustrations. Yeah. Okay. Bandhas are not about squeezing, clenching, tightening, contracting, and doing some weird physical adjustment. Yeah. Sometimes they could actually be very attractive because they're different, and the more different an object appears to us, the more we are drawn to it, right? Okay. But bandhas are never seen. They're never seen. They're never witnessed externally. They're internal. They're very subtle. And they're not individualized compartments. They're not individualized elements. They happen in perfect unison with the body, with the breath, with the mind. And the way we access the bandha changes. Yeah. So one day you access the bandhas differently because that's your situation. Because bandhas, the way we access and feel the bandhas, is affected by our present surrounding, our environment, the food we consume in the morning, how we feel at the very moment. Yes, there are dominant sensations pertaining to a particular one, but the approach always changes. So when a particular instruction say just clench, 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 squeeze, 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 it won't work because it's not about that. Yeah, the body, the breath, the mind, and even your surrounding just change location, and the bandhas change as well, because that is very, like I say, influenced by the energetic field. So bandhas then, yeah, is like spontaneous. Yeah. It's like driving, for example. You're approaching an intersection. You don't think where to look and when to stop, right? It happens. Like your body will just automatically step on the brakes, and then you don't even have to look right or left. It just happens. Yeah, you don't have to tell your mind where to look. If you're changing lane, for example, you don't instruct your mind to, oh, look over your shoulder, this and this and this. Look at the side mirror. It happens. Yeah, it's so synchronized that because if you miss if you miss a particular point, then that's the end of it. Yeah, same as the bandhas. We react spontaneously based on the situation given upon us. Yeah, and the way we approach it is different all the time because everything around us affect the way, yeah, we act. Okay. Another thing, chakras. All right. Chakras as individual compartments, different points, yes, they are situated around those points, but yeah, actually chakras, they're open already. You don't have to open them. What you need is to increase your vibration, your energy, yeah, and then utilize the bandhas in channeling your energy to the chakras. Because you know what? Yeah, the energy will just pierce to the chakras, whether you like it or not. If you're too brimming with your bodily energy, and then you practice pranayama, you practice asana, yeah, the energy will just pierce to the chakras. Well, for me, if there are like two chakras which are important, and this will organically happen together with your practice, would be, yeah, the one we hold in the hips and the one we hold in the brain. The intermediary chakras, they could actually be bypassed. Yeah, because the bandhas are already enough, yeah, to stimulate those points. Yes, so chakras affect us emotionally, but you know what? When you're healthy, yeah, when your entire circuitry is healthy, therefore you don't have to worry about your emotional state, your physical state. They will sort themselves spontaneously, organically. So if it's your calling to learn Hatha Yoga, don't learn it. Yeah, ironic as well, right? Practice it. Okay. Hatha Yoga is not learned as individual, yeah, techniques. It doesn't mean if you practice Padmasana, you're already practicing Hatha Yoga. No. Padmasana may not even be part of a meaningful practice. I rarely do Padmasana. Rolling the eyes between the eyebrows, yes, it's a conscious technique, but the deeper essence is actually subtle. You can do it even with your eyes closed, even if I'm looking at a particular object not pertaining to this point. Yeah, I could access this because my optic nerves are so sensitive. I know already the point I stimulate using my subtle awareness. And this happens when, of course, the body is open. The body is clear of blockages and imperfections. Yes, those conscious techniques are there, yeah, to enhance the subtle sensations, yeah, but they're not the actual practice. They're not the essence, yeah, so to speak. So you may skip the Shambhavi Mudra, for example, I didn't learn Shambhavi Mudra. And I rarely practice Shambhavi Mudra. But I know the feeling of Shambhavi Mudra. When it comes to pranayama as well, there are many pranayamas of Hatha Yoga. I didn't learn them all. I just focus on one technique, which is the Nadi Shodhana, and all of the other ones happen as a byproduct of the benefit of the Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing. I didn't learn Ujjayi, I didn't learn Murcha, Plavini. They just happen as I practice. And then sometimes I do them unconsciously. A lot of times I do them unconsciously. I could do them, but I don't have to do them all the time. Only a specific point, only a specific situation requiring me to do that. Right. So, yeah, if you have a teacher guiding you, you're lucky, because a teacher will really subject you to the hard truth of the practice. Yeah. And if you will seek my advice and then you want to practice on your own, yes, it's possible. If you are a self-learner, it's very possible. You have to commit probably to a minimum of 3 or 4 times of practice, yeah, physical techniques as well as pranayama. And then when it comes to physical technique, I would highly recommend combining vinyasas or flows together with the classical postures of forward bends, twisting, side stretching, back bends, yeah. And then supplement that with weight training. Weight training is really helpful. I truly believe weight training and yoga, they are very complementary, because weight training, I come from that background. I started lifting weight when I was 13 years old, and weight training really helps you develop the skill of synchronizing your breath and your movement. And then similarly, when the bandhas appear, they are very the same. Probably I've developed my bandhas already back then. That's why when I practice yoga, they happen easily. All right. What else? Calisthenics work. Calisthenics help. Yes. Practices or disciplines which promote dynamism. Our abilities to react quickly. Yes. Those are like the ways we cultivate the subtle awareness higher and above what is generally given to us. Okay. And then don't just practice your favorite ones. You have to practice even your nemesis. For example, my weakness is really back bend. I dreaded back bends. I'm so good at lifting my own body weight, handstand and this and jumps. But every time I was faced with back bends back then, I dreaded it. But I have to face my weakness. Right? And then back bends help me irrigate channels within me that's so deeply heavy or stuck, and therefore I could free the imperfections or the blockages clogging those inner pathways. Therefore, I could send the energy there. And then this leads to more abundant awareness of the subtle components. Rise above your weakness, and the most challenging part is really laziness. So after this talk, after listening to this talk, I want you to just get up, roll out your mat, do your practice, and never return to learning again theoretically. You might practice the classes, the many classes the teachers provide, but limit your time learning the text. Limit your time learning the theories, because sometimes the theories could overcloud your motivation, because they're very inspiring. Yes, they are very inspiring. That's good. But too much of that dramatic, poetic representation of the essence of Hatha Yoga is not good as well. Because as I've mentioned, it's within. It's real. It's present, and it's felt. Yeah. Thank you and good luck on your journey. I'll see you in the next one. And namaste. Bye bye.